So we are solving the equations here. So what do you mean by solving the equation? So let's say if we have given this equation here, x plus 2 equals to 7. This is the equation. We need to solve this. What do you mean by that here? That means the variable is the x right now. We need to find the value of the x here. What is the value of the x when we're gonna plug in right into this here? It's gonna equals to 7. Now we can do the guesswork here, for this is just a simpler equation. So x is a variable here. It is just a missing number. So we are saying what would be the value of over there when we add with 2, it equals to 7. Now we know 5 plus 2 is 7 here. But that was the guesswork here. That means we see x is equals to 5. That's the value of the x. But this is the guess here. Can we do it without guessing? Let's find out. So first of all, equation that is given to us here is, it says x plus 2 on this side, and on the other side we just have 7. We clearly see that here the 2 is adding up with the x. Now remember that here the inverse of the adding is subtracting. That means if we want to isolate the x, if we just want the x on one side and everything on the other side, 2 is adding, we just need to do the opposite of that. We just need to do the inverse of that here. We know for adding, the inverse of that is subtracting. So that means 2 is adding right now here. We are going to subtract the 2 on this side because there is equal here. We need to do the same thing on both sides. So 2 is adding right now. We're going to subtract the 2 on this side, subtract the 2 on the other side here. Now see, 7 minus 2, that would be 5. And 2 minus 2, that's a 0 here. X plus 0, see, x plus 0. 0 is nothing, so x plus 0 is same thing as writing just the x value. So x we got to know is 5. That was the same value of the x we got it while guessing. We can also do the check here. Check is going to help us in finding whether the value of the x we got here, is it right or not. So how to do the check here? Whatever the equation that's given to us here, write it down, and where you see the equal, put the dotted line here like this. Now the value of the x is 5, plug in here. So x is 5, leave everything as it is. Now see, x, I replace that with 5. 5 is adding with 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. And if you notice that here on the right side, we already have 7. So we clearly see this left side here is equals to the right side. Since both sides are same here, that means the value of the x that we got here is right. It's true here. So x is gonna be equals to 5. This is the value here. That's the way to solve these questions.